So good evening and welcome to Monday night's Freestyle Fitness Yoga, even though we're on Tuesday Zoom. Slight madness with Zoom, I will sort out later. So we're going to bring ourselves to our mat and we're going, last week we were doing a kind of a circle breath. This week we're going to start with a rectangle breath. So we're going to try and breathe in for 4 seconds. We're going to try and hold it for 2 seconds. Breathe out for 4 seconds. Hold it for 2 seconds. Now you can make that bigger, but you have to go up. So if you go up to 3 seconds hold, it has to be 6 seconds breathing in and breathing out. But you want to make a rectangle with your breathing. If at any time you get a bit nervous or you feel that you're tensing up, you're gripping your jaw, then just relax down. Take a few cleansing breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. So we're bringing ourselves to any seated position. We're going to breathe out first. Then as we breathe in, we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to hold it. 1, 2, out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4. And keep the circle going. So we're going to bring our legs around and bring ourselves into hero pose. So your legs can be together, you can have them apart. We're bringing our hands down. We're going to tuck our chin down and then we're rolling our ear towards our shoulder and rolling it back the other way. But not all the way round in a circle. Think about what's happening in the back of the neck. Into the shoulders, underneath the shoulder blades, maybe into the face, the head. then we're bringing it back to the centre and lifting the head back up. So we're going to do the back version. Now remember, if you need to, you can always support the head. There shouldn't be any pain or stretching here. There should be no crunching near the back. So we're lifting our chin up and we're looking as if we're watching a tennis match in the sky. But again, we're still bringing that chin down so that we're looking over the shoulder. Again, we're bringing it back to our centre and bringing it back down. So we're taking it into our circle of joy. So I'm going to turn the other way. So starting with our hands in prayer, we're starting with either our right finger or left finger, little finger at the bottom, as long as we change it. We're pushing out, breathe out. Breathing in, lifting. Making sure that you're feeling the rib cage and the spine moving. Breathe out over to the side. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out over to the other side. Breathe in, lift. Twist round to the side. Breathe in, back to the centre. Breathe out to the other side. As you're breathing in, reach the hands back, stretch round, and then breathe out, bringing the spine, bringing everything back. Perfect. So let's do it one more time. Changing the little finger. Work with the breath. Bringing it back in. Lovely. Bring the hands down. Take the knees out, untuck the toes, push up into down dog. Give them legs a little walk. Push one heel down, bend the knee, push the chest towards the thigh. Change legs, push that heel down, bend the knee in, push the chest towards the thigh. And then let's bring ourselves down onto our knees. So we're taking it into tiger lift. We're pulling in our stomach muscles, pulling our pelvic floor, taking out our feet, opposite arm, opposite leg, so right leg, left arm. Taking the hands down to the floor. 10 lifts, breathe in on a lift up. So breathe in and then out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And change sides. So squeezing everything in. Here we go. Lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And bring it down. So bringing yourself up, let's take it into gate pose. So remember, if you need to, have that block alongside your leg, your bed leg. Take the foot out, turn the toes up, place them down. If you need to, you can always bend the knee as well. Taking the arms out in line. Breathe out, reach over. Breathe in, bring it over this side. So 3 more on this side, so 4 each. Breathe out. So breathe in and breathe out. Last one. And bringing it back up. Lift the toes, turn them in, bring them back in. So let's try the other side. Toes turn up and then down. Have the block by your leg if you need to. Let me see if I can get my breathing right this time. Breathe out and breathe in. Last one. And bring it up. Turn the toe in. Bring it in. Drop yourself down to the side. So we're going to twist away. We're bringing our hands to our knees, whichever way our feet is, our knees are facing the other way. We're twisting, using the hands to twist round towards the back. But now we're going to look towards the front. So we're looking over the front shoulder, but we're pulling towards the back. And bring it back round the front. Let's swing them legs over to the other side. So again, twist towards the back. Look towards the front. Think what that does to the spine as you twist in the opposite directions. And let's bring ourselves back to the front. And let's try that one more time on each side. If you can grab hold of that arm and then also grab the leg, that's great. So again, turning and looking over the back. Now I can do this on one side, I can't do it on the other side. So listen to your body, don't sort of force yourself into it. And then bring yourself back to the front, and change our legs to the other side. So I can't do it on this side. So twist to the back, look to the front. And then bring it all back round the front. So we're taking our legs over, but we're spacing them out into 90-90. We're twisting ourselves so that we're looking both hands over the back of the foot, so you'll feel it's a really tight twist. Lift that back knee up, take it down, and take it all the way round. So let's do 3 more. Lift the back knee off, then bring it down, take the front arm all the way round in a circle. 2 more. And then we're going to swap our legs, but we'll do it at like the tick-tock one. So come up, swing your legs round and over, and then turn. So here we go. Lift the back, flick up, we'll go all the way round. And bring it down, bring the feet round and down. So east-west pose, forward and lift. Okay, so 4 of those. Oh, you can go into tabletop as well, remember. So here we go. Breathe out, breathe in. Breathe out, breathe in. Let's do 2 more, because they're quite nice. And bring it back up. Lovely. Bring your feet in, bring your hands round. Twist. Step yourself up. So we're going to take it into our sun salutation. So with this, we're starting at the edge of the end of our mat, and we're walking out. We'll take it down, take it into ragdoll, because if you want to, at the top. So from here, we're tucking the chin in, pulling the shoulders in, pulling the belly in, rolling down. The knees can bend. When you're here, you can try straightening one leg. It doesn't matter if your hands don't touch the floor. It's not a needed at the moment. You're just trying to relax the body. And ragdoll is just really nice because it feels that the whole of the back muscles are being pulled forward. So if you've been sitting at a computer all day, it's really nice to feel as if you're being pulled to the floor by gravity. So we're going to bring ourselves to straight, and we're going to bend our knees if we need to bring our hands to the floor. We're walking our hands out until we can push back to down dog. We're coming forward and lifting into cobra, and then back to down dog and walking back. From here we can bend the knees, tuck the chin in, curl up. And this curl will help to release some of the fascias, some of the connective tissue. So here we go, let's go for it. Breathing out. Breathing in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Let's do 2 more. And bring it back up. Lovely. So we're going to take it into our flow. So with the legs, we're starting here, we're bending, we're coming forward but trying to make sure that that back stays flat. We're turning and we're dropping the hips. We're stepping that back foot flat, we're trying to straighten that knee coming forward. Then we're turning the foot in. We can place our hand on the floor if you want to on a box going forward. You can bend the knees, curl up or lift out. It's up to you. And then we'll do the other side. Okay? So, we're going to turn the foot out. Reach over. And if you want, you can bring the hand down, you can have it here. Reach the arm over your head. Lovely. So then we're taking the hand round. If you want, you can always keep the hand on the knee. Push down into that knee. Reach the hand out. We're then dropping the hand down. Turning again, if you want, you can hold that knee. Dropping the hip down. You can lift the arm here. You can lift the arm here. As you bring the arm down, step the back foot out, bring the body down. Again, if you want, you can always have a block there. Lift the toe, bring the block with you. Make sure both feet are facing forward. You can let the head drop down. You can bend the knees, look forward, stretch the arms, lift yourself back up. So the other side, we're turning the foot and bending the knee. Bringing the arms down, remember you can have that block. Bring the arm over the top. You're reaching the arm forward, so the knee's still staying back. You're pushing down. You're dropping the arms, turning that back foot, lifting the arms up, dropping the hips down. We're reaching the hands forward, stepping that back foot down, bringing the hands down to the floor or onto the leg, trying to get the chin to go further than the knee, past the knee. We're walking the foot in, walking the hands round. We can walk the hands between the legs. We can use that to help pull the body through, or we can use the hands on the legs. We're lifting the head, stretching the arms, lifting up. Here we go. Turn, breathe out. Breathe in and 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 breathe out. So I'm slowing down the breathing. Breathe in to lift up. Because I'm slowing it down, so it's still quite slow. And like I said, with the beauty of the flows is you can work at your own pace. You can keep it nice and slow. Work with the breath, taking your time. You can play with it. It's up to you what you do. Here we go. So this time I'm taking my arms away. Dropping a little deeper. Moving a little quicker so then breaths will be in slightly different places. As you come up, it's already starting to go to the other side. Everything kind of moves as if it's like clockwork. As you hit one point, you start to move. Last one. Remember, it never matters if you make a mistake. You've just added a little bit of your own individuality, your own little style, and that's all it is. Lovely. Walk it in, give yourself a clap. Woohoo! So, we're going to take it down onto the floor. So we're rolling down. We can step or jump back to down dog. We can come down to our knees, curl down, and have a little chill in child. I remember to bring my isolated cup so that my tea stays actually warm. And I'm not trying to drink it cold. So, we're going to go into elbow plank and we're going to hold it on the first one. On the second one, we're going to see if we can move. So we're going to start on our elbows, hands down. We're squeezing our stomach muscles in, we're squeezing our pelvic floor. We're seeing if we can push one foot away and bring the knee down and bring the bum down, or both. Pulling the shoulder blades back, tucking the chin in, squeezing the legs together, pushing the heels away. And then bringing yourself down if you want to. Go back to child, take the arms out. Sit yourself up, give your elbows a rub, whichever feels the worst bit for you. Some people it's the back, some people it's the elbows, the shoulders. So whichever you need to relax down and do that. So with this time, we're going to see if we can move. You're going to have your elbows in front of each other. You're bringing yourself up, you're stepping over, and you're lifting the arm. You're bringing it down, you're stepping over, you're lifting the arm. Okay? So we're going to do 5 on one, 5 on the other, 10 in total. You've already started. Go, girls. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep a hold under that pelvic floor. 7, 8, 9, good, 10. Bring yourself down, push back to child, let your arms relax down. So we're going to take it into dolphin, and then dolphin, push back into dolphin, and then dolphin to bear, which works the shoulders a bit more. So with dolphin, we're bringing our hands together like this, but you may find that if you have your hands like that, then the pressure on this bit of your hand is quite hard. So if you bring your little fingers together, it makes quite a flat surface. And then you're going to have your elbows in line with your shoulders. You don't want your elbows out. If they start to slip, get a band, tie them. Not this, obviously it's a bit loose, but tie them so that they stay in line with your shoulders. So measure how far it is shoulder to shoulder, and then tie it and stick it under there. So with this, we've got our hands down, our little fingers out. We're going to walk our knees in as close to our body as we can, tuck our toes under, lift our bum and push our heels to the floor in dolphin. And then we're bringing our knees back down. So again, you can rest out if you want, or you can just watch this for a second. We're going to take it into dolphin to bear. So we're coming up into dolphin, but then we're dropping our knees almost to the floor, but not to the floor, and pushing back. Down to bear, and then back again. Okay, so we're going to do 10 of these. Hopefully you can see. So if I bring my legs, I'm not going to see better on my leg. So we're going to push up into dolphin, and then you're going to come forward, look forward towards your hands, bring your knees almost to the floor, and then push back up. Breathe out, breathe in. Last one. And then bring it down. Again, take them arms out, let the head drop down. And then when you're ready, bring yourself back up. So this next one is a shoulder stand, and then we're going to come up into a boat pose. So with it, you're starting off here in boat. You're going to roll back, lift your bum, come back up. Even if you hold on, that's fine. If you can take your hands off, even better. Okay, so it's balancing on your bum. So we're starting here with our feet lifted, pulling your stomach muscles, roll back, lift your bum, bring it back up. That's one. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Have a relax. We've got to do that again. Ops. Second time's always better. So really try and concentrate on pulling that stomach muscle in as well, pulling in them pelvic floors when you breathe out. As you're breathing in, you can let go. But as you're breathing out, try and squeeze your stomach muscles, squeeze your pelvic floor in at the same time. So here we go. Lifting them feet, 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. Bring it up. Let your feet drop out. Lovely. So from here, we're going to do some neck. We're finishing with headstand or half headstand. And again, if you can't manage it, if your hair's, you've got a hairstyle that can't work, don't worry, you can do legs up the wall. But we're going to need to strengthen our neck. So we sit ourselves, cross leg, straight leg, on a chair, doesn't really matter where you sit. You're going to do the same thing that we normally do. You're going to go forward, backward, side, side, twist and twist. Except you're not. You're going to use your hand and you're going to stop yourself from going anywhere. So I'm going to turn sideways. So as you breathe out, you're going to try and bring your head forward, but you're going to use the soft part of your hand on the hardest part of your head. So you're placing it here. As you go forward, you're going to look down to the floor. So you're using the muscles in your eyes to try and look between your legs. And then relax. So we're going to take it backwards, but again we're going to stop it with our head and we're going to use our eyes to look up as far as it can go. So we can use both hands, pull the elbows back, force the head against the arms against the head. Feel them muscles working. And then relax, release. Let's come back this way. So we're going to tuck our chin in and bring our ear towards our shoulder, but again we're going to stop it. We're going to try and look down to the floor at the side of our knee. So again, we're going to try and look and push. And relax, and let's try the other side. The fingers pointing up. Make sure that your head's nice and straight, that you're not looking down or anywhere, that it's nice and straight, and that you're just trying to push your head to the side and look down. And then relax. So we're going to turn our head and look over, but again we don't want to drop it, we don't want to push it, but again we're going to stop it. But this time we're turning our fingers round and we're going to try and look through the hole that our elbow makes. So we're turning and trying to turn our head, but we're looking through here. So Dawn, make sure your head isn't actually turning. That's it. It should be facing the screen. It's only your eyes sort of moving. That's better. And then relax. And let's try the other side. So the fingers going back on the temple. Try to turn your head, but don't, and look through your arms. And again, relax. So that's helping to strengthen the muscles that support our head and our shoulders. Now we are going upside down and we are going to put some weight on our head. If you've got blood pressure problems, then you should take your time doing this. It's not really advisable that you put a lot of pressure on your head if you've got blood pressure problems, because your blood pressure will shoot up. But everybody's different, so listen to your body. As long as you're medicated and as long as you understand that you're going to feel dizzy, even if you haven't got blood pressure problems, you're going to force an awful lot of blood to your head. And so when you come back up, as the blood rushes away, it'll make you feel a bit like, ooh, a bit lightheaded. So you need to be aware of that. You're not going to stay on your head for too long. So you're probably just going to stay the first time for about a second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, something like that. Then you're going to come out of it from whatever you're in. You're always going to come down to here. And you're staying here for the same amount of time as you were up on your head. And as you come up, you're tucking the chin in. Use your hands to help to lift. And very slowly bring that head up. Then have a think. How do I feel? Do I feel sick? Do I feel lightheaded? Do I feel really hot really quickly? Or do I feel okay? Now, when you're upside down as well, and when you're on your head, the longer you stay there, you'll start to get sensations as if your eyes are about to pop out of your head, as if you're about to have a have all of these things. I've never seen it to happen, but I don't want to see it either. So when you start feeling that, come out, have a rest, just so we don't see it. And like I said, we're not going to do a full headstand, freestanding, because I'm not there, and I wouldn't like anything to happen to you while you're there. I can't get to you, so I wouldn't ask you to do a full headstand. If you've got a wall, always practice things against the wall. That way, if you do want to go into a headstand, at least you fall back on the wall and then you can kick yourself back down. But we're definitely not doing freestanding headstands. Against the wall, yes, I'll show you, but not away from a wall. So, to start off, let's start off with how our hands work. Now, there's different versions. There's some people do it like this, so that your head sits in the back of here. The top of your head is nice and flat on the floor, and then your arms make a triangle. Some people prefer this version, where their hands are down and their head's here, and again, you're making a triangle. Everybody's different. I'm going to show you this one to start, because it'll show you how to use your shoulders and to move your head. So the first thing I'm going to get you to do is to bring your head on the floor and then lift your head off the floor using your shoulders. So using the shoulders to pull back. So watch first. Oh, also, if you've got something like a towel and it's a bit painful on your head, you can make a little circle and then sort of plop your head, the top of your head, in there, and hopefully it'll just make it a little bit more comfy for you. So, but I'm not using that for now. So watch this one first. Hopefully you can see it in the right position. So my hands are down. My head's flat and my head's down. I've come up, but now I'm going to push with my shoulders to lift my head off the floor and then come down again. Push and then down. So that majority of the weight is going into my arms and my shoulders rather than the top of my head. So again, I'm coming down, I'm relaxing. I'm tucking my chin in and I'm rolling up very slowly. Okay? So it doesn't matter who you are, come out of that very slow. So, have a go at that while I watch, because otherwise I can't see. Can't see you, V. So be very careful, V, because I know you've got blood pressure. Lovely. Now try and push into your shoulders and your elbows to lift your head off the floor. You might have to walk your feet in a bit closer. But make sure it's the top of your head, even if you've got your hairs in the wrong position, make sure your head in the wrong position. No taking feet up yet, please. Shouldn't be seeing any feet up in the air. So you're starting to get the work into the shoulder blades, so that the shoulders are doing that lift for you. They're the ones doing the work. And again, come out, relax down. Make sure you take your time to come back up. Slowly, 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 slowly. Good. So now you know it's the shoulders that are doing more work than the actual neck. We're going to walk the feet in and pull one knee in towards the chest, but we're not going up on the head. We're not taking 2 feet off. We're just pulling the knee in. So again, let me show you first. So we're walking the feet in. We don't want to be back here and we don't want our head tilted. We need to make sure that the neck is perfectly straight. Then when we walk the feet in, it'll bring the body in a little bit closer. You're going to pull the knee in towards the chest. So not here, you're pulling it in, squeezing it in towards the chest, bringing the foot down, squeezing it in towards the chest, putting the foot down. And again, taking your time. To come back up. So have a go. Remember to walk the feet in. You'll get to a point where you can't walk your feet any closer. It's as if you're running against a brick wall. It's not going anywhere. So just be careful with if you've got your head on something and it's slippy. Good. Lovely. Okay. So I'm going to move the camera up slightly and show you against the wall. Oh, I've lost me. Lost me? Never mind. Come on, find out. So, we do it kind of backwards. Again, making sure it's just like that we're putting a little bit of pressure each time and getting our body used to it. Again, I'm going to do this version. It's not the version I like. I prefer the tripod version, but I'll show you this version. Everybody's slightly different. So again, the head's going down. You've got your toes against the wall. You're coming up into down dog. You're bringing one foot up, then the other foot, and you're trying to push yourself into a sort of a angle so that your weight is on your head, but not the whole of the body. Again, you're coming down. Okay, so there's always that way so that your body starts to get used to it. If I turn it the other way round, and I'll show you the version of stepping up. Now with headstand, it's always a step. It's never ever ever a jump. Handstands, yes, you can jump. Headstand's always a step because you're right on your neck. And this area, if you do any damage here, it will affect the whole of your body. So be very, very careful. Like I said, I don't encourage anybody to try it unless you've got a wall. And I would sort of stick with the backwards version for now. But, so I'm bringing my hands down, making a tripod. Walk the feet in until you get to on your tiptoes. You're pulling one foot in, and then the other one should just kind of lift and bringing it down. The foot comes in, it just lifts and brings it down. Oh, you can't see, 1 minute. I'm just going to adjust that camera just so that you can see my foot. So you're walking the feet in until you get to like your tippy toes. It comes up and then that foot just tips off and back down. The foot comes in, it just steps off. So remember, if you want to have a go, make sure you're by a wall, or just go back to the first one that we did, where you're just walking in. So you're just walking in, holding it here, pulling the leg in, getting the body used to being upside down, and the weight on the head and the neck. That's it. If you want to take your feet up in the air, take them up. I'm talking to Savannah only. It should feel as if it's called an uprising. It's as if your feet are being pulled by the toes up in the air. And then squeeze the legs together. Squeeze the stomach muscles. Perfect. Lovely. That's it. Bringing the knees down towards your chest again. And then bringing the toes down, one at a time. Lovely. Go into child. Perfect. That was it, so I didn't have to do it. You watch the man doing it. So, but with this, you must always take your time. There's no rush. And you don't want to rush in case you do any injury. Like I said, you don't want to hurt your neck in any way. So we're going to do a little bit of stretching on our shoulders, and then we'll do a bit of stretching on our neck before we finish. So I'm just going to again lift that, otherwise you can't see me. Now we see your toes. So if we come onto our all fours, we're going to sort of windmill our arms. So we're going to bring our arms in a big circle. Then we're going to bring it under into thread and needle. Let your shoulder drop down, let your elbow drop down, let your head drop down. Let's bring ourselves back up. Let's do the other side. So taking it back and over, back and over. And then palm up, bring it under, let the shoulder drop down, let the head drop down. And then bring it back up. So from this position, you're going to bring your chin in and lift your head up. So the same thing we do at the beginning, but we do them from a slightly different perspective. So up and down with the head. And then bring it back to straight. Now we're going to turn and look over the shoulder and turn and look in the opposite direction. As if we're saying no. But again, because of the position we're in, it'll feel a little bit weirder. And bring it back to center. Then we're going to bring our ear towards our shoulder. And bring it back to center. Sit yourself back up. We're going to take ourselves now into our relaxation. So if you've got anything, a jacket or anything, put it on you, put a blanket over you. Let yourself nice and warm. Bring yourself into any position that you like, so lying flat down in corpse pose, or down into, onto your side, onto your belly. Anything that makes you feel more comfortable. Just letting yourself relax. Again, we want to think about that rectangle breath. want to try and breathe in for 4 seconds. Hold it for 2 seconds. Breathe out for 4 seconds. Hold it for 2 seconds. And remember that them seconds can be your seconds. So they can be 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. It doesn't matter. It's yours. The only thing is that you want to keep the same pattern if you want to extend it. And always extend the hold. So if at the moment we're doing 2, but if you wanted to take it to 3, then double. So it goes to 6 breaths in, breaths out. If you want to go to 4, then it comes 8 breaths in, 8 breaths out. If at any time you feel that you're starting to tense up, it feels stressful, you're gripping any part of your body, then just take a couple of recovery breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let your body relax. Remember, the mind will play tricks on you. If thoughts come into the head, just label them. Past, present, future. But just don't get led down and off with them. And if you do, don't worry. As soon as you realise you are, come back to your rectangle breath. We're at home, so sounds and smells. People walking past us. All of these things, acknowledge them. Take no notice. nice and relaxed.